Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hello, people. Hello, people. Welcome back to another Neat and Chill stream. Hope you guys are doing great. All two of you. We're gonna have a great night tonight. And we're just gonna relax, chop it up, chit chat, you know, look at some stuff on the internet, do what we normally do on these Saturdays and or Sundays. Man, I had a weird encounter today. I was running earlier and there was this guy walking around, and I had seen him before, but I didn't recognize him. I kind of seen him walking around town before, and I was walking past him, and I don't know. I think maybe he talked to me first, and he had asked if I was working out, and I was like, yeah, because I was running and shit. And how did like yeah, I was just telling him that yeah, I'm just working out, running, doing push-ups and shit. And he was like what the fuck did he say? It was like some weird shit. But basically he was saying that one day I would stop working out because my body would shut down or something like that. And I found that just so weird, right? And this is a weird motherfucker, right? You think I'm weird. This is oh right. And it was strange because he was telling me how he used to work out when he was younger, but he doesn't anymore. I can't express to you guys I wouldn't say insane, but how like you know how off this guy seemed. If I had to try to describe it, it seemed like he had fried his brain with some heavy drugs or something like that, right? Like as I'm telling you what he said to me, I can't even verbalize like the underlying weirdness of everything, right? It wasn't so much like what he was saying, it was just like his body language and everything like that. But the point is, it was so weird because it was like running into a zombie. This guy was like a living zombie. Like you could tell this guy's like spirit, his soul and everything was just gone, like just crushed, right? And then I started to realize where I had seen him at. I had seen him around town, like begging people for money and asking for people to buy him shit and whatnot. And I was like, oh, that's that guy. But it was just kind of a strange encounter because most of the people that I ran into who noticed me working out, they would always be so encouraging, like, yeah, like that's cool. I need to start working out or keep going. This guy was like, you're gonna stop. your body's gonna break down. I was like, wait, what? But again, man, it was like running into a living zombie, running into somebody who's just not there anymore. Somebody who just obviously given up on life and trying to project that negativity onto me. And, I'm not even internalizing the shit he's saying. I'm just like, okay, okay, guy. But it was just interesting because, again, most of the people that I run into are always so positive and encouraging. After seeing, just from seeing me working out and shit. But this guy was just like the exact opposite. It was just like running into a damn living, like not. It was like some Night of the Living Dead shit, man. I don't know. It was just like that was my one social encounter for the day, though. That was so strange, though. That was so strange. How you guys doing? Everybody's in here. We got the whole gang here just about. We're just gonna kick it today. I don't really have like some big topic or anything like last week. Last week we talked about the race war in Britain. That didn't last long. That did not last long. Update: they're arresting everybody. No, but they're arresting a lot of the people who are participating in the violence, but they're also arresting people who are like tweeting and posting stuff on social media that they felt was offensive or inciting violence. Yo, Great Britain is a shitty place, bro. It is. Great Britain is literally 1984, and it's only going to get worse. It is a. I never realized how much of an authoritarian place it was. You know, I always knew certain things like they couldn't own firearms, they could barely own knives and shit. You know, and at one point it wasn't that big of a deal because it was a pretty safe country. But now, ever since they started doing like the mass immigration stuff, the crime rates and whatnot have gone up because they're bringing in people from countries without really properly vetting them. Like, really, quite frankly, they're just bringing in way too many people from shitty countries, and then a probably a minority of those people come over and they're criminals and whatnot, and then they're stealing, killing, raping, stuff like that. And so now it's not cool anymore to not have your guns, huh? Great Britain. Y'all used to dab on us because we shoot, we get shot up every week. Now y'all can't do shit. Y'all can't even get butter knives. But yeah, very interesting place, Great Britain, man. Gotta say, very happy that we detached ourselves from that bullshit. But we're on the way. Like, we're just behind. We're just a little bit right. We're headed in the same direction. We're just a little bit behind, right? You got to connect the dots. You got to see what's going on, right? You know how we got free speech now, but then they're going to use the hate speech to get rid of that. We got guns now, then they're going to use gun control to get rid of, right? It's all just part of the process. But let's enjoy the decline, as Aaron Clary would say. Hey, Chad, do a response to a video called something called Purity Culture. It's the reason why I'm a virgin with a small penis. A video is the reason why you're. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, I think I get it. It's describing the process and the circumstances which led to someone like yourself being a virgin. But I wouldn't say that it's the reason why you have a small penis. That's genetic. You either got it or you don't. I wonder how much of that could have been avoided, though, right? Like, I don't know. I've heard like your height, like, just for instance, right? Your height is based on your genetics, but if you're not properly nourished, like as you're growing up, that it can stunt your growth and prevent you from like living up to your full genetic potential. So, like, again, I don't know how true this is. I've just heard this before. But the idea is that, let's say you had the potential to be like 6'6" or something like that, but you were fed very poorly or not very often growing up, then you wouldn't be able to live up to your genetic potential. You would grow as big as like 6 foot instead of 6'6" or something like that. Again, I don't know how true that is, but it's just something that I kind of thought about, while pondering my small penis. There was a point where I was wondering, had I just, I don't know, had a different diet or lifestyle growing up, maybe I would have had a bigger penis, but who knows? Who cares? Mo M, welcome to the stream. Black Cell Neat, welcome to the stream as well. Gambo-san, welcome to the stream. Chad had a random stranger and freaks encounter. It was weird, man. And I know this, like, I'm never talking to that guy again, man. He was weird. And then he was like, listen to this. And then he starts beating on his chest and singing. He's like, yeah, girl, I love you. I wake up in the right? And I'm just like walking beside him, like bobbing my head, like this guy is like I'm a weird motherfucker. But I know that I've run into a weird motherfucker when I feel normal. Like he was so weird, I felt normal. Man, like you ever like if you're a strange person, maybe you've had this happen before. Like you meet somebody that's like on a different level of strangeness, and it makes you feel normal. I'm walking talking to this guy, and I feel like the most normal guy in the world. I feel like a normie up and down. This guy was just, but again, I think something was like mentally wrong with him. He just had that vibe like he spent his whole 20s smoking PCP or something, or something like that, and just never came back from the other side. That's the vibe that I was getting. But we got some weird motherfuckers out here, bro. We got some weird people out here for real. I thought I was like, I always feel like I'm weird, but nah, it's levels to this shit. It's levels to this shit. Bro, where's the Discord? It's been months now. It's coming very soon. Intellectual Shepherd's Club. Welcome to the stream. Just chilling with the bros. Exactly. Is it true Iris got a boyfriend? Saw someone post a pic on R9K. Apparently, she's with the guy who made the Scott Pilgrim ruin a whole generation of women's song. Guys on R9K saying you got cooked on shit chat. Oh yeah, I saw the picture. It seems like she got her a boyfriend. You know, I don't know if you guys because people were asking me how I felt about it, and I got the perfect picture to like words can't describe. But I got a picture. Hold on, give me a second to see if I can find that shit. I don't know if you guys have ever seen or read this manga. Let me see if I can find it. I hope I can find it. Hold up, because let me take these off because we going to the dark places here. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Where? Let me see. Sort by dates. Okay. Hopefully I still got it in here. Damn. Hold up. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I'm glad I kept it. Okay. Yeah, because somebody asked me how I felt about it. And yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this manga before. Let me see if I can get this image up. But it's called Onani Master Kurosawa, right? And in the manga, the main character, there was a point, you guys can see it, right? There was a point where he was talking to a girl. There was a point where he was talking to a girl, and he was like slowly getting to know her, right? And he had liked her. And there was this guy, you see this guy here with the weird hair, right? And so he never took this guy seriously at all, right? He would just kind of chit chat with him, but he was like, man, this dude with the weird hair, right? But at some point in the manga, the guy with the weird hair shows up and he's like, hey, meet my girlfriend. Right? And he was in shock because he had liked her. And he was like, wait a minute. And then look at him, he was like, pleased to meet you. And like when I saw it, that's exactly what I thought. That was the first thing I fucking thought of with that goddamn manga, man. That shit was, that part was so brutal because he had liked her. And what made it worse though was that he never expected that the guy with the weird hair, that he was like, this weirdo was the one that ended up getting her, right? And he was just, look at his face. He was just like, like, nice to meet you. But yeah, I'm heartbroken, crushed, down in the dumps, and all that. Hold on, let me get this shit right. Yeah, let's keep this up. let's keep this up for a while. Yeah, this is right there. Oh man, that was definitely my favorite part of that whole manga though. But yeah, to find out that the woman you love has chosen another man over you, and not only that, a superior, more successful musician. Yeah, it stings right in the guts, right in this center area, right here. What can I say? But you know, um, I think at this point we should all be used to Chad Marco not getting the girl. You know, I mean that's kind of the whole theme over here. The lonely virgin, well not lonely, but the virgin Chad Marco not being successful with women. I mean it all kind of just, you know, it all just lines up. This is what I do. This is what I do. I failed to get the girl. Right? What else is new? But you know, after the pain and the suffering and the despair of the loss of the love of my life, I'll be all right. I'll be all right because we have our health and we have each other. Okay, let me get this off. Right. In fact, leave it on for a little bit. Oh man. I think that photo is someone else, not negative XP, but the troll does have return. Well, it doesn't matter either way. Either way, I got cucked. Either way, I got cucked. But again, it's all good. You keep saying small. My arm span is 6 feet, but my height is 5'10". Damn. What the hell? That's crazy. Marco got the rare in real life schizo encounter. I used to hang out with this guy who was like actually schizo. Like I don't hang out with him no more, but this guy was like legitimate. This guy was a legitimate schizo. Um, I don't know if he ever admitted it, but it was one of those things where you could tell by his behavior and just, you know, context clues. But I'm like 99% sure this guy was schiz. Like he would be like, let's say you had already known him for months, right? And then he would just come out of nowhere and be like, "You my friend, right?" And then you gotta be like, "Yeah, nigga," like. And then he could say the same shit by the end of the day, bro. He'll be like, "You my friend, right?" And I'm like, I could not keep dealing with that motherfucker. And again, another individual that made me feel normal, made me feel like a normie, right? I like hanging out with people that are normal so I can be the weirdo, basically. That's what I prefer. But oh my God, I don't know if you guys have ever seen or experienced, like, have you ever met somebody that was like perfectly on your wavelength? Like not weirder than you, but not more normal either. I met this one guy. Um, and we never hung out a lot. Like he was a friend of a friend, but my friend would always tell me, "Yo, this guy is just like you. Y'all are so alike." And then I finally he had came over and we were like playing fighting games and shit like that. And then I remember like we had left the house together to go to the store, and I was like, dude, I feel like we're Gotinks and Trunks right now, bro. like I feel like we could fuse together and create Gotinks or some shit. Like it was so weird. I never met somebody that was like just completely in sync with my energy. I'm always either weirder or around somebody that's too damn weird. It's always something like that. But this guy was like right on my level, and I don't know. It was cool as fuck. It's a shame though that we never hung out a lot though. Like we barely kind of hung out with each other because again he was a friend of a friend. But the one or two times where we actually hung out, it was just like instant connection, instant click. Like it was just like we had known each other forever, basically, right? It's like if you were as yourself and then you just split into two people, That's what it was like. But that shit was pretty cool. But yeah, we got weird motherfuckers walking around here for sure. And I'm one of them. NEET gang in this hoe. Avenger Naruto. Welcome to the stream. We just kicking it, man. Happened to me when I saw someone with more advanceism than me. You're autistic, black cell needs. I've had some people describe me as autistic, but I don't know. I don't see it. I think my quirkiness is probably a bit different than that, right? Maybe. Do I come across as autistic? Can we start a poll? Oh man, I know that I'm kind of strange, but I feel like like you can be strange without being autistic, you know? First 1080p stream, we balling now. Yeah, yeah. I hooked it up. I noticed that last time when I was doing the stream and I would bring up my screen, it was kind of blurry because I didn't have my settings in OBS right. So I had to fix that. And I said, fuck it, let's go ahead and crank it up to 1080p. I hope it looks well. I'm kind of checking it out on my laptop too. Yeah, it's in 1080p. Shit, that's cool. Oh my God. I'm so handsome. Oh man. My bad. Oh man, I like hanging out with weirdos. Fuck the normies. You know, I can deal with both. I can definitely deal with both. Just depending, right? Just depending. But I do like being the strange one out of the group for sure, right? That's when it's the most fun because then you can make them uncomfortable. You can make them uncomfortable with the little stupid shit you do. Marco's friend finds out he's a skinwalker. Nah, but it's crazy. I'm telling you, man, this guy, and it's a shame because you know we never hung out a lot. We never hung out a lot. Like I feel like if we, well, to be fair, like he kind of went down a different path, right? Started doing drugs, uh, fucking prostitutes and shit. You know, like you know, in the end, the friendship probably wouldn't have worked out. To be fair. But you know, still, it's kind of a shame that we didn't get to hang out a lot. I feel bad to say this, but I never ever heard of you to the whole Iris dating shooter. The whole Iris dating shooter. What? Nate, what? Are you saying that you never heard of me until the Iris interview and shit? It's a new era. It is. Dude, this computer changed my life, bro. I love, man. Every time I wake up and I see this computer, it's just like this has to be what it's like to have a girlfriend, bro. Like when you roll over and you just see a female next to you, like that's how I feel when I see it. Like I can't believe I come in the house, I see it, I wake up and I see it. I'm like. Oh man, you guys gotta understand, bro. Like I've had bitch ass computers my whole life. Like weak desktops, subpar laptops, you know, and for the first time in my life, I have a computer that's more powerful than I need it to be. Right. And again, probably not the most amazing thing to a lot of other people, but for me, somebody had told me, I don't know who told me, but they were so right. They said that they got the same USB extender from Five Below and it was no good. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, what are you talking about? It works. And recently this damn thing has been just malfunctioning, right? Like I plug stuff into it and it won't work right. And I'm like, oh man, I got to get another one then. But he was right. The damn USB extender from Five Below ain't shit. And I should have known because even when I was handling it, it felt so fragile. But But yeah, other than that, everything is. Have I shown you guys the keyboard I got? I love showing this thing because it's so cool. Oh man. But yeah, I got to get me another USB extender for sure. But other than that, everything is working fine. Any advice for a 22-year-old kissless, handholdless, hugless virgin? Well, it depends. Well, first off, I got to say, if you're looking for dating advice, probably shouldn't ask a 32-year-old virgin. Let's start there. Right? But like what path are you trying to take? Are you embracing your virginity? Are you embracing the life of a single man? Or do you want a girlfriend? Do you want to get laid? Do you want to get a wife, have kids, and things like that? You know, and you got to be honest about it too. You got to be honest because I feel like some guys, they try the whole wholesale thing reluctantly, right? When they really want to have a girlfriend, when they really want to have a relationship, right? You got to be built for bachelorhood. And I always tell people, I always wanted to be a bachelor. I always thought that was cool. I would have liked to have a girlfriend for sure, but I was never like I gotta have it. I never felt like I needed it to be happy and shit like that, right? It was something that I always felt like I could take it, I could leave it, right? And I still feel the same way to this day. But if you're not built like that, then you might have to do what you need to do to get some pussy. We don't get women. I'm you, but 5 years. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, it's so funny because people will tell me that I can get girls and whatnot, right? Because I'm pretty handsome, I'm charismatic and all that. But I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, when push comes to shove, like it does not work out like that. It never does. I mean, not like I ever put like a significant amount of effort into dating anyway. But I think that throughout my life, the few times where I had any sort of like encounter, it always went left. It all like, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of the times, like most of the times in my life, it was more so just situations where a girl may or may not have been choosing, and I just didn't do anything. Right? I can't really point to a lot of situations where I asked a girl out and got like coldly rejected. Right. I think the Irish situation was probably one of the few where I asked somebody out and got pew, right. But that's to be expected. Thought I'd learn from y'all mistakes. So that means that you do want a girlfriend then. If you're trying to learn from our mistakes, to be clear, I don't like I made any mistakes. I chose this life. I chose the path, of virginity. So I don't feel like I made a mistake. But, I think that I can kind of reverse engineer what I've done to tell you what not to do. Um Damn, I don't know. I hate giving girl advice. Because whenever I tell guys what to do, I never feel good about it because it's not something I want to do. But I guess the simplest thing that I could say, like if you want to avoid being like me, is that you got to talk to girls. Like you gotta talk to girls. You got to put yourself out there. Whatever that may be, whatever your interests happen to be, or the type of person you happen to be, and what you're interested in, you might have to, maybe get more involved in like social activities where you'll be able to meet girls. But yeah, I think that'll probably be the main thing, right? Just play the numbers game basically. But the whole world of relationships and dating is it can be so complicated, because it's like even if you get a girl And now you probably shouldn't listen to me because this is me being kind of pessimistic. but even if you get a girl, like there can be a whole assortment of new problems that come with that, right? Getting the girl is just step one, right? Then there's a whole nother a lot then there's a lot more bullshit you gotta deal with. Or potential bullshit, I should say. Maybe you'll find somebody that you're more compatible with. But again, it's hard for me to give this kind of advice because I'm telling you to do something that I haven't done and something I don't want to do. Right? So like you would be better suited going to someone who is in the game, someone who is actively dating and loves the game, loves the struggle, the pain, the ups and the downs. You know, somebody that fully embraces the dating game and the mating dance and everything that comes with it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Me, I'm just like, I don't, I don't like that shit. Leave the internet and socialize as much as you can in your youth. Look max in the most basic ways like lose weight, getting a fitting haircut. Yeah, basically, you know. Yeah, I mean, it ain't. I don't think it's necessarily that complicated. It's just about how bad do you want it? You know, do you want it bad enough to put in a significant amount of effort and work into yourself, but also into socializing? Can you stomach many rejections, several rejections, and whatnot? And again, it's just about how bad you want it. You know, I think if you want anything bad enough, you know, you'll just try to put the work in. You know, I mean, when you look at the time I've put into working out and music and things like that, if I had put that time into dating, you know, who knows what could have happened, right? But I just never wanted it that bad. So if you want it bad enough, just kind of look at it like that. I think it would help to look at it like you just like you know, if you're a smart person, then you know, okay, if I want to learn the piano, it's not going to happen overnight. Like you can envision that it's going to take hours and hours, hundreds of hours probably to get good at it. And I think you probably got to look at dating the same way. You probably like just like anything else. Like you want to get good at a fighting game, music, a martial art, building something. You know, getting good at just about anything will take many hours. You know, dozens, hundreds, thousands. Right. And I think you kind of got to look at it like that. You got to look at it like that sort of investment. You know, I get because that's what I would do if I took it seriously. I would look at it like that. Like I got to be willing to put in hours and hours of work to try to damn. But again, see, it happened. Like when I think of it, it's like I don't want to do that. That's why you shouldn't ask me. Subnary, welcome to the stream. Finally caught him live. Yep, we're here on a nice Saturday night. We got great. We got the Onani Master Kurosawa here on the side. Just stay on the grind, youngin. What do you want? We don't know women, but we know coping. Look, I don't cope. I don't know cope. But really, realistically, coping isn't a bad thing. If you look up the definition of coping, coping means that you're successfully dealing with a you know traumatic or negative situation or experience. I think that the way that coping is being used now on the internet and especially 4chan is kind of like in a negative sense, though, right? It's meant to be like you're lying to yourself basically, right? Like it is or something like that, as opposed to what the word actually means, like successfully dealing with something that would be harmful or hurtful or whatever the case may be. But yeah, like me, I consider myself to be the real deal. Fuck that. Oh, it's already been 44 minutes. That's great. Maybe I can pull up something. Let me see. Oh, no, not there. Not there. Hold up. Yeah, that's the wrong browser. We got to be careful here. Oh, man. Everybody's been just all over the Olympics. I don't give a hell. We got some good memes out of there though, like that breakdancing girl and that. Oh God, what the hell was this? Okay, let's facing screen. All right. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, let me see what's going on in the world. Oh yeah. So do you guys like Kamala Harris's VP pick? This guy Walls. I think he has a nice smile. I like his. He has a genuine smile, which is rare. You know, most politicians to me look so fake. Now, I ain't saying that this guy is good or whatever. I don't know. I'm just saying that he seems to have a genuine smile. That's the one good thing I can say about him. Donald Trump's campaign says its emails were hacked. In Las Vegas, Kamala Harris sees a chance to improve her odds of winning. Trump is putting mass deportations at the heart of the campaign. Some Republicans are worried. Okay, I gotta see this. Dude, I feel like this is like anybody that believes Donald Trump is gonna be able to pull this off is out of their mind. Like this is, to me, this is like just blatant political lying, right? Making promises that you can't keep. And it's like I always say, the problem with the whole deportation thing is because a lot of people, they're gonna come, and when they come over here, they're gonna have anchor babies. They're gonna start reproducing immediately, so that it'll be a lot harder to get rid of them. Because you're not gonna be able to kick the mama and the daddy out when they have a kid here. Like, what you gonna do? You're gonna leave the kid here and then send the parents home. Like, it's like, and it's funny when you think about it because our whole system is really set up for us to have, illegal immigration. Because, if we have the whole anchor baby law, then, that is basically telling you what our politicians and what our leaders want. They want people coming here, and whether legally or illegally. If not, why would you do that anchor baby shit? I bet you can't do that in fucking Japan. I bet I can't go to Japan and have a damn anchor baby. They're like, get your black ass out of here and take this take this little motherfucker with you. Mass deportation now declared the signs at the Republican National Convention, giving a full embrace to Donald Trump's pledge to expel millions. Oh my God. Oh, please, Donald. Of migrants in the largest deportation program in American history. Some Republicans aren't quite ready for that. Lauren B. Penna, and Republican activist from Texas, said that hearing Trump's call for mass deportations, as well as terms like illegals and invasion thrown around in the convention, made her feel uncomfortable. Oh my God, we're so doomed. Like some Republicans, like seriously, it makes you uncomfortable to hear that somebody came here illegal, that they're a fucking illegal immigrant. Oh man. No, let's not make any distinction between the two, right? They're all just migrants. Oh my God, bro. This is why I gotta stop looking at the news, because it's just so ridiculous. Like some Republicans in Congress who have advanced balanced approaches to immigration, she hopes Trump is just blustering. He's not meaning to go and deport every family that crosses the border. He means deport the criminals and the sex offenders. But Trump and his advisors have other plans. He is putting immigration at the heart of his campaign to retake the White House and pushing the Republican Party towards a bellicose strategy that harkens back to the 1950s, when former President Dwight D. Eisenhower launched a deportation policy known by a racial slur, Operation Wetback. Boy, that was a different time for sure. Operation Wetback. Eisenhower. Trump, when pressed for specifics on his plan in an interview with Time magazine this year, suggested he would use the National Guard and possibly even the military to target between 15 million and 20 million people, though the government estimated in 2022 there were 11 million migrants living in the U.S. without permanent legal permission. Okay. His plans have raised the stakes of this year's election beyond fortifying the southern border, a long-term conservative priority, to the question of whether America should make a fundamental change in its approach to immigration. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I can tell you that right now. It would be just such a big humanitarian crisis. I mean, just imagine the National Guard coming in and putting their guns to people's backs and leading. Again, it wouldn't. It's just not gonna work, bro. He just flexing. Golden Steph Curry's late barrage seals another Olympics men basketball title as U.S. beats France. So the United States who is this? Fuck Stephen Curry. Jordan Childs could lose her bronze medal from the Olympic floor finals. What happened, baby? You got a boyfriend? Is that her hands? Ugh. She got man hands. Oh God. Romania's Anna Barbosu could replace American Jordan Childs as the Olympic bronze. Wait, we're worried about bronze? Fuck that. Gives a fuck. You can give it to me. I remember what Floyd Mayweather said. He said that he didn't win the medal. He received it. Because when he was in the Olympics, when he was young, he didn't get the gold. I think he got silver or bronze, and he was like, "You don't win silver, you receive it." Right? And he was technically right, because you have to. If you don't get the gold, that means that you lost, right? So it's like you just receive a medal, but like, can you really say that you won when in the end you ended up losing? It's kind of stupid. Original sin, torture of 9/11 suspects means even without plea deal, they may never face a verdict. Disney thrills fans at D23. Okay, you got black kids in Africa playing chess. Olympics. Oh my God. Oh. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I've been avoiding that topic. I'm just oh man, this was so weird. Oh, hold up. Let me actually turn this up. Let me turn this up some.
Hey, straight up! Yo, Mike, I climbed the wall and I popped my head right in front of him, bro. He's got a book bag, he's got mag, AR laying down. Yeah, he's laying down, prone out, book bag next to him. Yo, Tess, you got me up once, bro. Yo, Tess, you got me up once, get me up again.
Yeah, a little bit too late. You know what's funny? They got the video of the guy like before they were all there. This was when the Trump assassination happened, or the Trump attempted assassination. Damn, I'm in the parallel universe, but this is when the attempted Trump assassination happened. And what you're seeing here is after the initial encounter with the shooter. At first, it was two police officers, and one helped the other like get up so he could see on top of the thing. And he saw the shooter and got right back down, and then they went to go get back up. But you know what's crazy about it? And I know, because I wouldn't have done it either. But you know that we live in a bad time when law enforcement will see a potential shooter who is about to kill the president and they run away. That's basically what he did. And again, I would have done the same shit. I'm just saying, I feel like there was probably a time where people would have been willing to just go ahead and go for it, right? Because even if, like, okay, he got lifted up and he saw him, you still got a gun. So you could, like, go back down and then, or just fire your way. Like, you still, like, why? Like, he just straight ran away and then went to go get backup. Like you at least should pull your firearm out and maybe start shooting or something to get the attention of the Secret Service. There are a lot of suspicious details to this whole situation for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I find it kind of sad. I find it sad that law enforcement runs into somebody about to kill the president, and then their first thought is, "Let me run away." Let me. It's like, damn, what happened to patriotism, man? But again, I wouldn't do it either. I would have dipped out. I would have been like, damn. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. March for Justice. Bangladesh protests are not the first time student uprisings have helped bring about radical change. Trump's endorsement would be tested as Wisconsin voters. Okay. Oh my God. Is that girl, Shakari? What? Man. Okay. Israeli airstrike on Gaza school used as a shelter kills at least 80, Palestinian officials say. Oh my God. Well, oh yeah, this was that plane crash that happened recently. Rescuers retrieved remains of all 62 passengers in Brazil plane crash. Families gather in Sao Paulo. Brazilian rescue team Saturday retrieved the remains of all 62 passengers from the wreckage of a plane crash in Sao Paulo state as families started gathering in the the metropolis to identify and bury their loved ones. Local airline Vopaz plane, an ATR 72 twin-engine turboprop, was headed for Sao Paulo's International Airport in Guarulhos with 58 passengers and 4 crew members when it went down in the, in the city of Venado. I think I saw the video too, and it was like the plane was just kind of like hovering in the air, and it was like just, I wouldn't say slowly, but it was kind of like spinning a bit and then going down, and then you see it just like the video I saw, you don't see the impact. Like I think it fell behind like some trees, but you do see the plane like going down. Initially, the company said its plane had 62 passengers, then it revised the number to 61. And early on Saturday, it raised the figure once again after it found a passenger named Constantino De Mayo was not on this original list. Wait, he was a stowaway. Vopaz also said 3 passengers who held Brazilian identification also carried Venezuelan documents and one had Portuguese. Sao Paulo state government said in a statement that rescue operations finished at 6th rescue operation. Well, okay. I don't mean to be nitpicky, but it's just like there won't much to rescue by that point. With the identification of the bodies of the pilot and co-pilot by forensic experts, there were 34 male and 28 female bodies in the wreckage, the government said. Earlier, Macon Cristo, a spokesman for the local fire department, told journalists in Venado that a winch was used to remove parts of the plane from the ground. So do they know? Do they know what caused it though? Images recorded by witnesses showed the aircraft in a flat spin and plunging vertically before smashing to the ground inside a gated community. Shit. And leaving an obliterated fuselage consumed by fire. Residents said there were no injuries on the ground. Rain drizzled down on rescue workers as they recovered the first bodies from the scene in the chill of the southern hemisphere's winter. Some residents of the gated community silently left to spend the night elsewhere. None were spotted returning on Saturday. So they were like, we gotta go. This is not a good vibe. It was the world's deadliest airline crash since January 2023, when 72 people died on board a Yeti Airlines plane in Nepal that stalled and crashed while making its landing approach. That plane also was the ATR-72, and the final report blamed pilot error. Ugh. Yeah, I wonder what happened. I wonder what caused the. Well, I guess maybe they'll get the black box and they'll figure out what the hell happened. But yeah, that's pretty fucked up. That's a bad way to go. That's a bad. Oh yeah, Gaza's still getting fucked up by Israel over here. Oh, it looked like fun times there. An Israeli airstrike hit a school turned shelter in Gaza early Saturday, killing at least 80 people and wounding nearly 50 others. Palestinian health authorities said in one of the deadliest attacks of the 10-month Israel-Hamas war. A witness said it struck during prayers at a mosque in the building. It was the latest of what the UN Human Rights Office calls systematic attacks on schools by Israel, with at least 21 since July 4th, leaving hundreds dead, including women and children. For many, schools are the last resort to find some shelter. The Israeli military acknowledged it targeted the Tabin school in central Gaza City, saying it hit a Hamas command center in a mosque in its compound and killed 19 Hamas and Islamic Jihad fighters. Yeah, that's what makes it kind of fucked up though, because it's like everything that they blow up, they can just say it was a Hamas target, right? So it's like we'll kill 50 civilians to get 10 Hamas soldiers or something like that, like every time. And this is how we know our politicians ain't shit, because very few of them are actually, if any, are speaking out against this or even about this, right? It's like, how do you even justify this, right? With like even with the damage control of, no, this was a Hamas target, right? Collateral damage. It still don't look good. It still makes them look like goddamn monsters. But of course, our government, our politicians, they're not going to actually talk about this in any sort of reasonable way. That's how we know they ain't shit. But what else is new? What else is new? God damn it. Oh, Lydia Cole. Oh. Kimosabi. What's crazy is how they already memory hold everything about the shooting because they saw how much support it was getting Trump. Yeah, it made Trump look pretty badass, But I feel like Trump shot himself in the foot too. And no, I'm playing. but I think he shot himself in the foot too with his VP pick. Like that VP pick. What's the guy's name? Lance Vance or some shit? I forgot his dude's name already. But I mean, that pick just sucked all the air out of the room, bro. Like that was like the worst pick he could ever make, bro. Like the guy just got no res, no positives, like just nothing. He just like, what? Because at least on the Republican side, people were, again, I know it's a bad situation, but it was a bad situation that Trump came out of looking good. And so Republicans were kind of excited about it. They were excited about his energy. They were excited about his ferocity. They were excited about his bravery and his courage. And then he picked that guy, right? And then he picked that, like, the most unlikable motherfucker possible, right? Every time I see people talking about his VP pick, they're always mentioning how, he wants to tax people who don't have kids. And then he says that people who, I think he's, don't quote me on this, but I think he was also saying like how people without kids shouldn't be able to vote or something like again, just like, that's how you come into the party. Right? That's what you're known for. You want to tax people some more taxes. You're not winning a lot of fans with that shit, especially not over here. Oh boy. Yeah, I think that hurt him too though. I think people were kind of expecting a more exciting, likable vice president pick from Trump, and he he went straight to the garbage can with that one. Like he went straight to the dumpster with that pick, and then it was just kind of like, yeah, whatever. But of course, on the other side, they don't want to give him credit anyway for anything, and that's why would they? Right? It's us versus them. It's blue versus red. So of course they're gonna memory hole anything positive or anything that might add fuel to the flame of, MAGA, the MAGA wave, the MAGA movement. So, it's to be expected. MTEWDN, welcome to the stream. What did I join into? We just hanging out, chilling, neating and chilling. What anime should I rewatch high as fuck? Maybe Bleach? I don't know. Let me look at my anime list real quick. I'll give you a good one. Stay right there. I'll give you a good one. Maybe it won't be a rewatch if you haven't seen it, by the way. Because I don't know what you've seen and what you haven't. But what would be a good I'm high as fuck anime? What? That's weird. Why did I write that? Okay. Nah. No. Nah. Oh God. I overrated that. Ooh. I would recommend well, okay. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for something that's funny, go for Cromartie High. Go for Cromartie High School. If you're looking for something funny, a comedy anime. If you're looking for action, though, because you did say Bleach. If you're looking for action, ooh, maybe JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But if you got to start from the beginning, because it doesn't start really getting good until Battle Tendency. And then it takes another leap at Stardust Crusaders. But let's say you ain't got time for that, right? Like you want to just go right in and it's good. I would say Hellsing. Yeah. Hellsing. If I had to pick, Hellsing. Go for Hellsing. Hellsing if you want action. Cromartie High if you're looking for something funny. Why do a rewatch? Find some new material. But look, sometimes you just want to go back and watch something that you've seen before. I can kind of understand that. I try to mix it up, I try to mix it up, but ain't nothing wrong with going back and appreciating something that you really enjoyed before. Because sometimes you keep trying to find that new high, right? That new anime. And you just keep running into mediocre anime after mediocre anime. And sometimes you just need to go back and, go to what works. It's about an elite hitman trying to live a normal life. Read the manga. Inspire. Hitman situations ensue. The Fable. Oh. I need to watch more seinen too. Shonen can get so predictable. JD fuck a couch Vance. He told his son to shut up about his Pokemon for 1 sec while he was on the phone with Trump. Yeah, I don't want to be nitpicky about every little mistake he made. Look, he fucked the couch fine. He told his kid shut the fuck up, cool. I'm just saying it ain't where's the positives, right? Like he brought nothing positive to the table. Right now he's mostly known for wanting for criticizing the childless and wanting to tax childless people and and wine aunts and whatnot. And again, it's like that's not a good way to come in. It's not coming in saying I want to tax more people and tax people more is not, or at least being known for that. That's not good. That's not good. See, even though Trump is bullshitting, he knows how to play the game. He's like, oh, I'm going to deport millions of people. Fingers crossed. Right? I'm going to deport millions of illegals. Like, he knows how to play the game. You got to have something that people can believe in, something that people can cling to and be like, yeah, we want that. Don't just come in being all authoritarian and shit. Fuck you for not having kids. I'm gonna tax you, you little bitch. Fuck Pokemon. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna fuck this couch. That's literally what he's known for. That's not good, man. Some like they need to generate some positivity with this guy. Like bring something to the table. You answered after like an hour. Oh yeah, I was doing something. Don't be surprised if your comment doesn't get responded to immediately. For action-packed shit, I'll rewatch Black Lagoon or Jormungand. Did I watch Jormungand? I think I did see Jormungand. And I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing that. I gotta say, I wasn't a big fan of Black Lagoon though. I do remember watching it, but I don't remember liking it very much. So I would go for Hellsing if if I was going to go for action. If I was going to go for action anime, I'd go for Hellsing. I could throw another one out there. I'm gonna throw something low key out there. Maybe something that. I'm gonna throw something low key, something a lot of you might not have seen. Let me go deep into the chambers. Let me go deep into the chambers. All right, I'm not gonna go too deep. I'll be honest with you. This is kind of known, but I would say Gantz. I had a great time watching Gantz, to be honest, but unfortunately the anime stops before the manga does. So if you get into it, you got to read the manga. But man, the manga really goes places. I wish the anime would have kept up with the manga for sure. But that was Gantz is definitely like a fun ride. It's a fun ride. It's action. It's a lot of action, but it's fun too. It's a lot of fun. Mercenary shit, my jam. You watch Darker Than Black? I've seen Darker Than Black, and I remember nothing about it. I always wanted to start JoJo, but I just couldn't. I don't know why. I mean, just do it. Just do it. Just do it. I'm on like I've seen the first 5 parts. So the next one I gotta watch is part 6. Which I think that's like right before like the Great Reset, right? So that should be an interesting one to watch. But yeah, for sure, JoJo, yeah, watch JoJo. Especially like, okay, I'll say this: you don't have to watch past part 3 to be honest. You don't have to. Because from what I understand, JoJo peaks at part 3. Even though they're on like part 7 and part 8 by now or something like that. I think most people would agree JoJo peaks at part 3, right? I forgot the name of the first part, but the second part is Battle Tendency. A lot of people love that one though because of Joseph Joestar. But then part 3 is when it really kicks off because that's when the stands are introduced. And, you have the epic battle between Jotaro and Dio and whatnot. And Yeah, but I'm not saying that what I've seen like after that, like part four and part five are bad, but it does seem like JoJo peaked at three. To be fair. Hellsing Ultimate abridged, abridged for the good shit. Talking about Hellsing, you watch Shiki. Shiki, I don't think so. He fucked the couch. We should tax couch fuckers instead. All that expensive furniture going to waste from bodily fluids. Look, I don't want to tax anybody. Just leave me alone. Just leave me the hell alone. Part one, two, and three were great. Lost interest around four. You're talking about JoJo, right? I mean, again, I've seen up to five. I feel like four and five were good too, but I'm just saying it peaked at three. It just doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than three. But four and five, in my opinion, were pretty good. Um, but I think part four in particular, in a weird way, the manga was better than the anime. Because I had read the manga because like I think I read the manga right before the anime came out. That's why I ended up reading it. Um and I was able to compare the two and I was like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but the manga just had a different vibe. Even though it's the same shit, but I don't know, it was just something about it. Like I just feel like the anime just kind of, maybe it was the pacing or something, but it just felt off. Um but yeah, it definitely peaked at three. Four and five were still good though. I think, ooh, I might even put five over four. To be fair, I might put five over four. Four was good. But I might put five over four because of Busalati. Can't really top Stardust Crusaders. I know it's just that kind of special art, man. It's the sort of thing that you can't replicate it. You know, it's like catching lightning in the bottle. It's like the Frieza art in Dragon Ball Z. You know, you can't replicate that. Cell art, I mean the Android saga, Cell saga, all that, Boo saga is good, but there's something special about that Frieza art, that Namek art, right? There's something special about that. You know, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just, it seems like it's rare to see like a long running anime that can sort of like replicate its peak level later down the line. It gets, it can get close, but it just seems to be very rare. I can't, in fact, I can't really think of many. Marco, been working on any music lately? Any projects on the back burner? I'm working on Robot Music 9003. But believe it or not, I just finished a song a few days ago, But you guys remember with Robot Music 9001 and 2, I was always dropping the music as I was making it. I'm not doing that now. I'm not doing that now. Because I wanted to come out and then people just be like, whoa. But yeah, I'm actually hard at work on that shit right now. You know, I put out like the first tracks like earlier this year. I'm Too Good for You and QT what 134 or whatever it is, and but to be honest, I wasn't working on it that much like right after I put out those singles, but during the summer I've been hard at work and just finished a track probably like a day or two ago. And I got another one I'm about to record probably tomorrow, and I just finished writing a song, But I will give you guys a little something. I'll give you guys like a little teaser, right, of some of the production work I've been doing. Let me show you real quick. I'm gonna play it real quick, But we got some dope shit going on. I'm just to let you guys know that I've been working. I'll play something real quick. Let me get it. Pull this up real fast. I give you about 30 seconds. Let me see here. Oh, let me see here. Oh, y'all thought I wasn't doing shit. Y'all thought I wasn't doing shit. I've been in here working, man. I'm tired. But yeah, Robot Music 9003 will be out before the end of the year. We got some dope shit. I'm telling you, man. Like the even just the production is better than what we've ever seen from the previous albums. Like the production is on a different level, right? And I just like a lot of it is just that the fact that I got to do everything myself. Though I got to make the beat, I got to write the song, I got to record it, and I got to edit it and fine tune it. So it takes a while. But but man, I got a lot of dope shit. I got a lot of dope shit I'm cooking up. Xanakin Cartoon, welcome to the stream. PlayStation Dude, welcome to the stream. The bass is funky. Yeah. And I have quite the song written for that. That's gonna be a great one. I'll tell you. That's gonna be a keeper for sure. Yeah. I heard that Persona 5 Beneath the Mask remake, the song is a banger. I got it on repeat. Yeah. Hell yeah. You know, I actually want to do like a whole album that's like inspired by like not necessarily like Persona itself, but just like the musical direction of like Persona games, right? Like just kind of, I don't know. Again, it's like a vague idea in my head, but it's kind of linked to that though. How I was able to take that and kind of make my own song out of it, and I was like, damn, like, because Persona in of itself just has like a special vibe, right? Persona just has a particular vibe, and you look at like the choice of music in Persona. There's so many different genres. They got rap, they got rock and this and that. Right. You can draw a lot of inspiration from that for sure. But the main focus right now is Robot Music 9003. I want to make sure that this is the best one of them all. I want to make sure 9003 is the best one. So, we got some cool shit. We got some cool shit going on for sure. Like that cloudy sample. I don't know what I used. I don't know what I use. I just be throwing shit together. Yeah, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. Any spots for your tape? What, somebody that you want to get on? You want to hop on a track? Wait, wasn't the Red Knight already here? Welcome back to the stream, Red Knight. We're just hanging out, kicking it. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. Mm. Nah, this is great. We were just talking about JoJo. Yeah, let's leave that up for a while. Oh, somebody, somebody just commented on something. That last comment was just an unhinged vegan. Let him cope and see. I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's like this vegan guy who's subscribed to the channel or whatever, and he's always getting on my ass about not being a vegan. Um, and somebody just commented about him, but I don't mind. I don't mind his perspective. Some people just take that shit very seriously, and I think you know, switching over to a vegan diet isn't something that I'm just particularly interested in right now. But I can see his point of view. I just always got to remind him that I don't give a fuck right now. Right? I gotta have my chicken nuggets and eggs and shit right now. Maybe one day though. Maybe one day I'll go vegan or whatever. But it's hard enough just trying to eat healthy, right? It's hard enough just trying to cut back on the sugar and white bread and bullshit like that. Let me take it one step at a time. It's kind of cool though, because I feel like for the first time in my life, my diet is actually pretty decent. I've been eating a lot cleaner than I ever had before. I don't eat as much like candy and chips and whatnot. I kind of traded the candy for like more fruit, chips for peanuts and whatnot, yogurt and shit like that. I used to eat like chicken nuggets and French fries every day, or like chicken in what like like the hot spicy noodle cups and shit like that. And these days I eat like rice and chicken with mixed vegetables, or um like eggs and cheese with chicken, or eggs and cheese with chicken and beef and stuff like that. Still eat a lot of meat, but whatever. I stopped eating pork. I haven't eaten pork in like probably like 3 years or something like that. Right. But I've cleaned up my diet a lot. So that's how I always looked at it though. Like just I try to take it one step at a time, because whenever people try to like do crash dieting, it tends to just kind of fizzle out. And what has worked for me is just making like little changes along the way and things like that, you know. And I mostly drink water. Like you'll rarely see me drinking like orange juice and whatnot. You know, I drink water, milk. You know, probably the only thing I will drink, other than like water and milk, would be like energy drinks every now and then. And I know those aren't healthy, but like for me, the occasional energy drink is like what the occasional alcoholic drink is for other people, right? Like my mom occasionally has an alcoholic beverage, and I'll occasionally have like an energy drink on the weekend or some shit like that, especially when I'm streaming or whatnot. Let me send you some loops. I pet Ghost. I haven't seen you ever comment here. But yeah, send it. Send it to chadmarco@live.com. Send me the loops. Send me the loops. I'm still making beats. I'm still, producing and writing for the album, I'm trying to figure out how many songs. I think what the second Robot Music album had like 20 songs, like 18 songs or something like that. So I feel like I'd be shortchanging the people if I do any less than that. So I'm trying to hit about the same, about anywhere from like 16 to 20 songs. And I probably have enough like beats for it, right? But it's just, you never know what song might make it up there, what might not. So again, it's still room for more beats, more production. But I've been having a good ass time. And also I want to get like more music videos too. I'm already like plotting and planning my next music video as an official single for the album before it comes out too. So, we got plans. Just gotta stay focused. You guys know how I am. If I lose focus, I'll lose focus like a whole month or some shit like that. So I got to keep myself like locked in for sure. Word on the street is you're still in contact with Iris via Agatha and dude, I swear the Iris lore, it's gotten so out of control. The Iris lore has gotten so out of control, man. I don't think I've ever spoken to Agatha. I barely know who N-Chan is. Maybe I can get them on the podcast though. I would never give up chicken nuggets with barbecue sauce. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And the French fries, but the French fries are like the most unhealthiest part of that combination though. That's the problem. All right. Like I've noticed now when I eat French fries, like I can feel the grease in my body and it just, and that's the thing too. When you start eating healthier, you feel like more sensitive to like to like junk food and unhealthier food. Like you feel the difference. I notice I feel more lethargic after I eat junk food or less healthy meals and things like that. I feel heavier, more weighed down. It's like I can feel the grease in my, just circulating through my body and shit. Whereas when I eat like a healthier meal, it feels so light on my stomach. I don't feel like my body is distorted or out of order in any way. I might still take a nap or something like that, but I don't feel like that same sense of like lethargy after eating like an unhealthier meal. And then when you go back to eating like unhealthy food, you feel that difference, and it's like, you know. Yeah, bro, I'm OC was on the preview. Oh shit, I forgot about you. I forgot about you. I still got some of those beats too. I still got some of those. I keep those beats in the chamber just in case I need some. Chat Marco at live.com. Chat Marco at live.com. Honey sauce is better on nuggies. I've never had honey sauce. You talking about honey mustard? And I think it's because I just don't eat mustard. So do you think America would change if Kamala Harris wins? We know what it was like with Trump in office, but what's your opinion on Kamala? How do you feel about a woman running the country? Are we cooked? Um, like I said before, I base everything on simple comparison, and I just feel like America was in better shape when Trump was president. The difference between the Biden administration and the Trump administration was that during the Trump administration, people hated the president, but his policies and the things that were actually happening weren't that bad, right? It was just, I hate you, the person, but our home isn't in like a bad state. With Biden, it was kind of like the opposite, where I can't even say people liked him, but it's more so he's not Trump. But it seems like America just got worse when Biden was president. Gas prices shot up, food and grocery prices went up, rent went up. We had ridiculous amounts of illegal immigration. The way he handled the whole COVID-19 thing, when he said this is a war of the unvaccinated, and then you had people losing their jobs from not getting vaccinated and things like that. Then all these wars started kicking off. You got the war in Ukraine and the war in Israel going against Gaza and whatnot. And not saying that Biden was directly responsible for these things, but it happened under his watch, right? And so you got to just kind of factor that into it, And so now we have a situation where we might get another Trump presidency and or Kamala presidency. And so do I think we're cooked with Kamala? I have to, because she's part of the same administration as Biden. So why would I think things would get better under her when things have only gotten worse under the administration that she is a part of? I really don't see her being much of a difference compared to Biden. I quite frankly, I look at both of them as just being puppet politicians. I doubt they have very much real power or sway when it comes to, the real authority and power in America. I just feel like they're more so just props, if anything. But as far as a woman being president, I always worry, because it's kind of like when I was working my job, and we had a female supervisor, and she wasn't very good. Basically, she wasn't very great. And so the boss lady, she brought in like a male supervisor to work with her. And I noticed just the difference between the two, right? And it seemed like the female supervisor was just like, she was so much more like emotional about shit. It's like she took things personally when she shouldn't have. Like, it's almost like she was taking the job too seriously, basically. And she was letting shit get to her in a way that the male supervisor didn't. And I kind of just looked at that as an example of the difference between like male and female leadership. And we all know that typically men just tend to be more stoic and less emotional compared to women. So when you ask me about a female president or anything like that, that's the main thing that I worry about, because there are just certain things that or differences between men and women. And so I have to wonder, is a woman going to have the emotional stability to make the right decisions at the right times? Because one thing that you learn as a man is the necessity for stoicism at times, and to know how to regulate your emotions and how to control your emotions and your feelings and things like that, and to do the right thing even when you're going through emotional turmoil. And women just tend to be less effective at that. So that's the main thing that I would worry about as far as like a female president. Also, I would worry about how it makes us look on the grand scale of things, because I mean, let's just be realistic. This is just real shit. A woman is not going to be able to intimidate a man the way that a man would. Even though we might not look at our politicians and the prime ministers and the presidents that way, when they go meet each other and mingle with each other, they like, it's a clash of personalities. It's a clash of auras, right? They they give each other that firm handshake. They sizing each other up. How strong are you? Like it's still men at the end of the day, right? When Trump is sitting next to Putin, or Putin is sitting next to Kim Jong Un or Xi Jinping or Justin Trudeau, like at the end of the day, men are men, and we're sizing each other up. That firm handshake. All right, where you at? Like, and I wonder again, can a woman can a woman properly, enforce her will or her presence in those types of situations, like right, negotiating politicking with other countries and whatnot, like their presence. And what are we going to be taken seriously, basically, with a female president? Because even though we live in a more gynocentric culture, and we have rapid feminism and all that, that's not the truth all across the board around the world, right? There are a lot of places where they're like, hell no, we're not going to have no female president or female this or that, right? So that might make us look bad in that respect, right? Like I would imagine a lot of those African countries, you're not going to see a female president or anything, a queen, a female leader or something like that. So they're going to be looking at us like we goofy, like we weak. And so I kind of look at that too. But, those are just my concerns, right? If you were just talking in terms of like vote for vote, politician versus politician, I wouldn't have an issue voting for a female president if she seemed to be the better option compared to her opponents, right? But yeah, that's basically how I feel about it. I think with Kamala, yeah, we're cooked. Basically, yeah, Kamala, we're cooked. With Kamala, we're cooked because we're getting cooked right now. So, yeah. And then you already see some of the things that she's, campaigning on, like gun control. And we all know what gun control really is. Like that's them step by step trying to get us to the point where we give up our guns willingly. Right? It's all part of the process. And so whenever I hear somebody talking like that, I already know what it is. So but when I say cooked, I don't mean it like America just gonna blow up, right? I don't mean to make it seem like I want to put you all into a state of hysteria. One thing that I always hear guys like Alex Jones or David Icke say, or I think even Bukele, they talk about the boiling frog. You put a frog in hot water, it'll jump right out. But if you put it in cool water and then turn the heat up slowly, it'll stay there and just boil to death. That's basically what's happening with us. We're being slowly boiled to death, right? Before you know it, you're going to have less freedom, less liberty and things like that, right? And that's the process that we're going through right now. But it's not an overnight thing. So when I say we're cooked, it's not like, oh, Kamala's going to be president, it's over, right? It's just that we're not effectively fighting against the agendas that are slowly stripping away our privacy and our freedom and our liberty. Right. And then before you know it, we're going to be looking like Great Britain. Before you know it, they're going to start showing up at your doorstep because of hate speech online or some shit like that. So, Cooked. Man, I love that term. Something about strawberry milk is so addictive compared to chocolate. I could go without chocolate forever, but strawberry, nah. Hmm. I haven't had a lot of strawberry milk, so I can't really say. My mom loves chocolate milk, right? So that's what I've mostly drank compared to strawberry, but I'm mostly a white milk drinker. We both love the Fairlife milk. That's our favorite milk, the Fairlife. And she always gets the chocolate milk. I get the white milk. But yeah, we don't really get I can't really say cuz I don't really drink a lot of strawberry milk, you know. Your metabolism slows down and your body recovers more slowly. Um, Not yet. I don't think I quite hit that point yet. Even though I'm 32, I don't feel like my metabolism really slowed down much. Um, but still, it's better to get ahead of it, right? Because you don't want to. At some point, it's gonna come hard, and you want to be ready for that. You don't want to be eating the same way you were in your teenage years and 20s, going into your mid 30s and late 30s and shit like that, thinking that you're gonna be able to maintain the same weight. So it's best that I go ahead and get ahead of shit while I can, And luckily, again, I've been able to make some pretty good adjustments to my diet. I feel much better about what I eat and how I eat nowadays compared to what I used to. Agatha and N-Chan are in threads on 4chan that Iris is frequently on. I didn't even know they were on R9K like that. I don't know. Maybe I can catch them, get an interview. Can't eat the Burger Kings or MacD like I used to. Glad to know you still got those. Oh yeah, I still got them. I keep everything. I keep everything. I'm the collector when it comes to this. Candace Owens, Kamala Harris. She is more likable, but she's just too normy for me. That's the only thing about it. Like she's like super conservative normie. But at the very least, Candace Owens does seem like a genuine person, right? And I think that's what's really missing. I don't need to agree with the totality of someone's politics or beliefs. But what concerns me the most about our politicians and the people in our Congress is that they just seem so fake. They don't seem like genuine people. At least Candace, even though she's like again hyper conservative normie woman, she seems like a real person. She seems real. She ain't afraid to get her hands dirty and talk about some controversial topics. Candace has roaches for brains. I like Candace. I ain't gonna lie. I like her. I like her. She seems to me she seems fairly intelligent. Um, and at the very least, like she does a lot of research into what she is talking about. I think I find her to be a respectable young lady. I have nothing bad to say about Candace Owens. First order, all the sub five males must serve mandatory. Oh, she's not gonna do that. It's just gonna be everybody. she like, it's just gonna be everybody. We all gonna get it. We all gonna get it. It's gonna be very interesting to see if we get any sort of like draft, right? If there is a war, I would. I ain't gonna say I would love to see it, but I'm just saying it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how they try to handle it, right? Because there are a lot of people who don't think that we could ever have a draft in America, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Because really, one thing we can see is that, you know, the people in charge, the people in power, the authority, they can do just about anything as long as they have the right amount of division amongst the people, right? The right narrative, the right amount of division. I could see it. Like I've seen a lot of guys, like when the topic of the draft comes up, they'll say something like, "I'm too old for the draft, so fuck you," "fuck you, Zoomers." You know, there are people. I mean, there are people who are ready to sell out the Zoomer generation, ready because they hate them. They like fuck these these wannabe Twitch streamers, YouTubers, these soft rainbow flag little boys. They need to go to war and become men. Like there are people who really think like that. They would sell our young generation up the river real quick. So I'm just not so sure that we just could not possibly ever have a draft again. I don't see it, bruh. I don't see it. Because at the end of the day, most people are just fucking lemmings, man. And especially if it's not them, as long as it's not them that gotta go, that makes it a hell of a lot easier. And then narratives too. Just get the right narrative. False flag, oh, terrorist attack in America. They blew up this. They sunk this ship. They did this. It's possible, man. And Genter, welcome to the stream. Stream title was Rest Easy. Who died? Oh, nobody. I didn't have a topic. If I don't have a topic, I'll just keep it generic. So we just chopping it up, hanging out. I might check out a news article or two, but it ain't much going on. We just catching up. Hanging out with the guys. Oh, hold up. Oh, yeah, I needed that. Oh. Kamala seems like the ditz. She's not very bright. I wouldn't say she's stupid, but she does come across as being rather simple minded, to be fair. But I don't think she's stupid. I wouldn't say she's stupid though. But she just seems so simple, right? Like, and I say this with all due respect to elementary school teachers, but Kamala Harris looks like she would be better suited to teach at elementary school than to be president of the United States. Like if you if you saw her teaching a elementary school class, you wouldn't be like, "Oh, you're just overqualified for this. You don't belong here." What are you doing here, Kamala? You belong in Congress. She would fit right in a fucking elementary school as a teacher. And again, I'm not saying that to try to shit on her like that. She's not impressive to me. She doesn't impress me whatsoever. She doesn't impress me at all. You know, like some people, they have an impressive level of intellect and ability to articulate themselves. People like Jordan Peterson, and I would say even Candace Owens to an extent. I like the way she's able to express herself and the way she can just kind of pull facts out of her head. Like some people just impress me. I'm like, oh man, like that's an amazing individual. Elon Musk, like this is an amazing individual. Kamala Harris, not. She ain't that. She ain't that, man. Thoughts on DBDR getting doxxed and quitting YouTube? People thought he died when he disappeared. DBDR. Who the fuck is DBDR? Who the fuck is DBDR? I don't. I really don't know the guy though. Yeah, I don't know him. Why? So why did he? Why did he quit? Just because he got doxxed? I got doxxed, and I'm here. uh, yes, I'm a bitter unk. Never could get into him. DBDR. Who the hell? If does he? Is that like the an abbreviation of his name? 'Cause I might have heard of him, but I just don't. I don't know who it is. Like usually, I'm plugged into the black pillars, the black pill guys and whatnot. So I figure I would know him. Chad, how come the Discord don't work? Because I'm gonna open it very soon. Candace looks like someone that actually talks to normal people. She comes across as being authentic, right? I know that a lot of people don't like her. That's fine, right? Like I said before, she's definitely a turbo normie, so I don't think we would get along. But still, I try to gauge people based on how authentic they seem to be, And Candace, she does seem to be authentic, like a real person that has her own beliefs, thinks for herself, and things like that. So Candace, oh yeah, Candace is a mercenary who will say anything for money. And that might be true too. Some people they play that game as well. Anything for clicks and views, anything. So I'm not, you know. I'm ready for draft riots to come back. I'll be right there too. I ain't going nowhere. I'm not about to die for Israel. We need you to die for Israel. God. Imagine going out like that. Shit. We never got the DBDR and Chad Marco collab track. DBDR. Who the fuck is DBDR? I came from a Zoomer on Twitch playing Pokemon Emerald. I jogged like 3 miles on treadmill while I watch. It's funny watching Zoom Zoom struggle on a Pokemon game. Maybe was it his first time? Elon Musk, a stunning intellect. Look. I'm just saying that when now recently, maybe not so much, but I think back to that Joe Rogan interview, and I feel like back then he was so much more of a mythical figure because he wasn't as out in the open. I feel like now he probably seems a bit watered down because we've kind of been overexposed to Elon. But I just always think back to that Joe Rogan interview, and I feel like everyone who watched it, we were all like just hanging on the edge of every one of his words. Like it just seemed like oh, here's the super artistic computer brain AI guy, right? So it was very interesting to hear him talk and hear him speak in depth about the things that he understood and whatnot and his interests. But now now again, because he spent so much time memeing and shit, so he doesn't have the same aura anymore. He seems like more, I don't know if you say normal, but yeah, he doesn't have the same aura that he had before he bought X. I think it's an issue of overexposure. But that Joe Rogan interview, come on now. It's like every little thing that he did, people were just like, oh. Like when he hit the joint, like all he did was hit a joint and probably didn't even inhale. But people were like, oh my God, Elon Musk hit the joint. Right? Isn't that like one of the rules of in 48 laws of power? Like don't give like don't give too much of yourself to people or something like that. And I feel like Elon Musk benefited from that. But now again, like I said, he's kind of overexposed for sure. But shit, I put him on the podcast. DBDR is a black pillar that talks about his experience as a sub-5 male in America working dead-end jobs. He might end up homeless living in his car. It wasn't the first time. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I know him. Does he rap? He make music? What's he do? I think in a way though, it's as far as like watching Twitch streamers, I think it's interesting to see people play certain games for the first time. I like watching people play Resident Evil for the first time because I'm way too experienced. Like I was playing Resident Evil last week and like it just it's almost too easy now, you know? Like there's no challenge to it anymore. Like I know that game almost like the back of my hand. And then you watch somebody who never played it before. It's kind of a nostalgic experience because you kind of see yourself in them or you see who you used to be in them. Like the little mistakes that they made, the fear, you know, not understanding certain game mechanics and whatnot. Like I remember I was watching this one girl play Resident Evil 1 and she didn't know that you could aim the shotgun up for a headshot. She didn't know about the item box and it was kind of just cool seeing somebody experience it for the first time, you know, without being so jaded without being so jaded and desensitized, you know, like I am, or, you know, most of the hardcore fan base. So I can see the appeal of watching somebody play a game for the first time. You know, I had quite a few people drop in when I was playing Silent Hill 1 for the first time. I was doing my Silent Hill 1 stream, I think, last week? And had quite a few people hop in. It was pretty cool. It was a cool little stream. I'm up. In fact, the Silent Hill 1 playthrough is going to be uploaded on the gaming channel starting about next week or so. The Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 playthrough is wrapping up, being uploaded as well. So, got good shit going on. Semi-famous black pillar. Okay, I haven't heard of him, though. Sooner than later, Elon Musk will have a Mr. Beast level public downfall. What makes you think that? What makes you say that? Owner of the stolen gun. What makes you think that? What do you know that I don't know? What's going on? He's probably the most famous after Wheat Waffles, maybe. Okay. Yeah, I just haven't heard of him. I know Wheat Waffles, for sure. But didn't Wheat Waffles also quit the game? He got out of the Black Pill game. I might be one of the last ones. Hey, I'll just outlast everybody. I'll outlast all the guys who are bigger than me. They kind of look alike too. Most of his content got removed off YouTube after he got doxxed. It was very entertaining. So he removed it himself out of embarrassment. If that's the case, don't put shit on YouTube that you don't want everybody to fucking find, you know. Everything you put on YouTube, like everything I put up here, I expect motherfuckers to find it, right? Even though a lot of people where I'm from don't know who I am or know that I rap and do this shit. But a few people do. A few people do. Right. It's kind of awkward when I have a friend come over and like, yo, I watched your video. He's like, oh, you did? I wouldn't count you as black pill, to be honest. You're firmly in the clear pill. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah. You know, the reason why I say that, though, is because I feel like just for instance, like when I made the like when I made the little black dick video, the video about having a small dick, right? It's black pill adjacent because we're talking about um, a significant aspect of lookism, similar to like heightism or guys being insecure about their height and whatnot. But I think the difference is that I tend to have like an overall more positive outlook about things, right? Like my thing isn't like, oh, I got a small dick, let me kill myself. It's like I got a small dick, yeah, fuck it. you know, learn to live with it. Learn to be okay with what you have, right? So I feel like at the end of the day, most of my messages tend to end on a positive note. Or the 32-year-old virgin video, right? We got like about 2,000 views on that, right? Good numbers for the week, right? But typically a video like that would be very negative, right? Like boo hoo, 32-year-old virgin. And that wasn't exactly the tone of the video. It was more so just talking about, just processing and coming to terms with the transition of, becoming an older virgin and accepting that there are just certain experiences that you missed out on, right? And just keeping it moving, right? But that's why again, I feel like with me, it's like if I was a pill, it's really like yin yang, right? I'm the black and the white because I don't have an issue with acknowledging and accepting like uncomfortable truths, unfortunate realities, but always try to remain positive about it, right? And I think that's really what differentiates me from a lot of other guys that are kind of in a similar space, right? The whole virgin, NEET, incel, vocel, whatever the case may be, is that I just tend to be more positive about my situation and just my overall outlook in general, right? Whereas, other guys, woe is me, it's over. it's over. Boo hoo, girls don't like me, and that whole thing. Yin-Yang pill. I think I'm gonna trademark that. yeah, I think I'm gonna trademark that one. The Yin-Yang pill, the white and the black, right? We're balanced over here. We don't cope. We acknowledge and accept ugly realities for what they are, but we remain hopeful and positive, and we keep grinding, we keep working, we try to find the beauty in life. We make the most of what we have and who we are, and we continue to enjoy ourselves, right, guys? I've considered starting a channel, but the internet never forgets. You gotta be ready for this shit, bro. Everybody ain't ready for this. you gotta be, you gotta be ready for it. Don't upload anything that you're not ready for the world to see. Everything that I put up, I'm ready. Come get me. I'm ready. But I feel like, sometimes people, they want to enjoy having a bit of e-fame. They want to enjoy being able to express themselves, but they don't want to deal with the real life consequences. The real life consequences of being attached to what they believe and what they say and things like that, right? It's like I like going to the poll board on 4chan, and obviously you see like a lot of racism and homophobia and things like that over there. And you would imagine that a lot of the guys who post shit like that, they could never have like a YouTube channel where they talk about the shit that they talk about on poll, right? And if they did, it wouldn't be like connected to their identity. It would be like faceless, anime avatar or something, just audio, shit like that. Like, a lot of them wouldn't put a face to it, right? Because they don't want to deal with them real life problems. They don't want to be at work and then the video starts circulating around like, oh, I didn't know Jonathan was a racist. What do you mean deport those wetbacks? Right? And then the Mexicans around the corner start looking at you. Yeah. Wings of Redemption is a goat. Isn't that the fat guy? Ain't that the fat dude? We got several fat YouTubers. Let me see. Wings of Redemption. I'm sure he gets a lot of like chicken wing jokes too, like barbecue sauce, barbecue wing jokes and shit. Um, yeah, this is the big guy. This is the big dude. Oh yeah, he fought Boogie. I see. Oh okay. Yo, y'all got all this money. Y'all need to get some Ozempic, bruh. If you're not trying, well, Boogie got the gastric bypass, so he at least lost a significant amount of weight from what I understand. But I don't know about this wings guy. My underarm is like itchy. That's why I keep doing this. Oh, I see. All right. Them some big boys. Them some thick ass kids. Oh boy, some big boys right now, man. You better get some Ozempic. I wonder what would happen if I took Ozempic, bro. Like, if you're in shape, if you take it, is it just gonna kill you? Like, maybe I would just have like extreme muscle loss or something like that. Oh man, I better keep myself in shape so I don't have to take it. I get a lot of shit for being a coomer. Yeah, I feel like guys like us who indulge in pornography and really embrace it, I feel like we're the minority. Because you got plenty of people who look at porn and whatnot, but even then, a lot of them, they do so reluctantly. They don't feel good about it, right? They feel like it gets in the way of them doing other things, gets in the way of them getting a girlfriend and whatnot. But I just look at it as sexual entertainment, right? To me, pornography is the same as video games, movies, and whatnot. It's just entertainment, right? Of the sexual kind. I wish I could play porn on YouTube. We could really have some fun. Maybe if this was a 2010 YouTube or something. I can honestly say I was probably one of the first people on YouTube. I remember because like when we first got internet and whatnot, I think it was like before YouTube was invented. But I remember getting on YouTube the first couple of times because we had dial up. We had dial up internet, which is when you take like the phone cord and plug it into the computer. That shit was so slow. Oh my god. And I remember I was trying to watch like Bone Thug Bone Thug videos. And now just imagine a 3 to 4 minute music video would take 45 minutes to an hour to buffer all the way through. Right? Man, those were the dark ages. Those were the dark ages of the internet for sure. It was terrible, man. I don't miss that shit. And now look at me. Oh my God. We've come so far. We've come so far, man. Oh man. I was in the same room too. That damn dial up internet. Mm-mm-mm. How often do you get recognized in public for your shit? Pretty much never, unless it's somebody that I know. Unless it's somebody that I know. There is a girl though. Um, there's a girl that makes beats around here, and we worked on some beats together a few times, and so she might be one of the few that really knows. She might be one of the few people around here that knows like the Chad Marco side of things, you know. And but yeah, typically anybody that knows, it'll be like my friends, right? Because I don't have like a presence in my city musically, right? Most of the people that like my music is spread out over the internet. You know, I never developed a presence in my city, right? Because I just never felt like my music would resonate with my environment. You know, this robot music and shit like that. But I don't know, maybe I had the wrong idea. But yeah, most people don't even know. Implying pole users have jobs. Oh, look, some of them, some of them claim. Oh boy. Okay. The only reason why I know that word "ke" is from playing Beatdown, Fist of Vengeance. There will be Hispanic NPCs, and if you try to talk to them, they'll be like, "Ke." Boogie is a train wreck. Yeah, yeah. You know, the good thing about Boogie was that he found a great deal of success on YouTube. Right, a level of success. You know, content creators like myself would dream of having. Right, but I feel like yeah, like it seemed like he got a lot of bad habits that just kind of kept him from staying on the best side of his fan base and his viewers, right? Because I think initially the whole idea surrounding Boogie was that he was like this lovable, nerdy fat guy with a heart of gold. And then more and more people just started to kind of see that he's kind of an asshole. Right? And it kind of fucked up his image. You know, he still has his fan base. You ain't got to be a Boy Scout to have fans, but you know, I think that yeah, it did hurt his image, right? The more people started to see that he's kind of an asshole. You know, but you know, that's why I try to be as real as I possibly can. I try to be as authentic as I can, so that the people that ride with me, they ride with me. You know, it ain't no surprises over here, right? Chad Marco is who he is. You know, and the brokest needs the ones that tend to be in shape. We got nothing but time. We got nothing but time. You might as well do something. You might as well work out. You might as well, you know, stay in shape. 2% body fat, Chad on Ozempic. Yeah, yeah, I would be ripped, super ripped. I got a little flab, depending on like how much I've been working out. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I'm in great shape right now, though. It's summertime, so I be working out a lot during the summer. The oppressed Coomer class, and you know, and because it's gonna get worse because of you know, those laws where in certain states they're requiring you to have the identification to look at adult websites. Now again, you can easily get around it with a VPN, so it's not a big deal. But you know, I'm just concerned that it's something that's gonna escalate to even greater invasion of our privacy and controlling what we can see and do on the internet. Like, it's crazy when you think about it, bro. Like, you go to these websites that are asking for AIDS verification, like they want your ID, they want face scans. That's just ridiculous, bro. Like, that's like hell. No, I would never do that shit. But that's why I hoard porn. That's why I hoard porn, bro. Because I feel like one day it's not going to be as easy to get the shit. So that's why you know, I have more porn than I'll ever probably look at, to be honest. I mean, hentai videos, hentai games, doujins, amateur, professional, like you name it, bro. You know, and I don't even look at most of it. It's there for a rainy day. You know. I lost all my hentai videos, man. You got to keep up with this shit, man. Some of that stuff ain't gonna always be easy to find. You know, it's certain Japanese adult videos I regret losing so much. Oh my god, bro. Like some of the older ones, they get hard to find. Like there's this one. There's this one. I gotta take the shades off because you can see what I'm looking at in the shades. Let me make sure I'm good. I'm good, right? Okay. But there was this one with this black girl named Gazelle, and that shit is hard to find now in high quality. You can find like low quality versions of it, but it's hard. Oh yeah, there she go right there. And she just disappeared. I've never seen her after that. She just disappeared. But yeah. No, that's not her. Damn. Now I'm just here looking for it. Okay. 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 Yeah, that's the one. This video can be viewed by premium users only. This is what I mean. Oh my god, bro. Like, I want to. All right, that shouldn't be like. I don't know, bro. Let me. If I crop it, if I crop it, it should be appropriate for YouTube, right? I at least got the. Let me see. Let me crop this shit. Okay, this ain't like the highest quality, but oh boy. Okay, yeah. Yeah, all right. I had to crop it quite a bit because I'm on YouTube, but yeah, this particular job here it was a black girl from Japan, and it's hard to find. It's hard to find like the full. It's hard to find the full. The the full. It's hard to find that. It's hard to find. It's hard to find that full video in HD nowadays. You can find like low quality versions, like I said, but in HD, yeah. And I had it. I had it. I had another one that was like this Hispanic chick from Japan. She was like super cute, but I lost that one too. But yeah, man, if you find a treasure, keep it. Just keep it. Stash it away. Store it, have you some SSDs on the side. You never know, man. We might go through a porn apocalypse, so there we go. Just want to keep a nice anime gif up there. What's up, great teacher? Yeah. Let's hang out a little bit. Yeah, right there. All right. Okay. All right, we're back. Hold up. Just look at DBDR's situation. His own friends gave up pics with his face just for some clout, and he never made any enemies to warrant that. Shit, that's fucked up. Damn. Damn, who needs enemies when you got friends like those? He's in a big city. Marco living near the woods in a big city, being infamous for black pill content can hurt you. Well, it really it depends on you. It depends on you, and do you have the type of personality that can deal with that type of shit? Can you deal with people knowing that you have very alternative views, very alternative viewpoints, and whatnot? Also, if you're revealing embarrassing things about yourself, right? Oh, I'm a 32-year-old virgin, small dick. Again, these are things that it's easy to talk about on YouTube, but it's different to put your face to it and to know that people that you interact with in real life, in your city, in your town, whatnot, are going to be knowing these things about you, right? So it takes a certain type of person to be able to do that. Again, a lot of people, they just jump into it knowing damn well they don't want nobody to find the videos that they put out. And to be fair, I keep my shit on the low too, but at the same time, it's there. Like I'm I'm here, and there are people that I know that watch my shit, so but I just tend not to be very vocal about what I do, right? That's the only thing about it. Mm-mm. I live in Mississippi and Pornhub is blocked. Just get a VPN, bro. And just so you know, the Opera browser has a built-in VPN, right? So if I want to get on Pornhub or any one of these sites that are blocked because they want a fucking face scan, which you're not gonna get. I'm saying it. I'm already on here talking about. I might as well, but fuck them anyway. It's about the principle of it. Fuck you and your fucking face scan. But all you got to do is download the Opera browser, and it comes with a built-in free VPN. Now, obviously, your whatever you look at is gonna be logged somewhere in Europe. Right, like don't use it thinking that it's the most private VPN because it's literally a free VPN built into a browser. Right, but we don't have any shame in our game, so who cares? But if you care, if you care that much, just download the Opera browser, and it has a VPN button. Press the button, turn it on, and you can get on all the sites that have cut out to these new policies. But what's interesting though, like it's not like every site has though. There's still plenty of ways to get access to porn without a VPN, right? But again, these laws are still in their infancy, and it's only the biggest sites that have been affected thus far. The smaller ones are just kind of surviving under the radar, but it's only a matter of time before they get them to. So, you might want to start making plans. I'm in Texas, and the government was sending the Texas Rangers if I even tried. No way. No way. Come on. I know it's not that serious yet. We're gonna get there, but we ain't there yet. We live in a beautiful time where we get to enjoy the decline, man. Right now, things are gonna slowly get worse, but by the time it gets terrible, unbearable, I'll probably be a old man by then. 70, 80 years old or something. But we got a lot of good years. We got a lot of good years left to enjoy what freedom we do have. It's gonna get bad though. Unless things turn around, which I don't think is gonna happen, you know. It's kind of like when you look at Great Britain, for instance, and they had those little riots and the race war and all that. And then we see how it fizzled out so quickly. It's like you do nothing, you get fucked. You you try to rise up, and you get fucked too. Because the only way it's gonna work is if you get enough people to back you up. You know, it has to be enough people to rise up at once to implement significant change. And we're just too divided. We're too divided as a people for that, for to come together and unite to I wouldn't say overthrow the government, but you know, again, change things for the better, right? Because quite frankly, our governments, our politicians, they do whatever the fuck they want to do, right? It's no more by the people for the people, that's for sure, right? They obviously have their own agendas and their own things that they want to do based on um, whoever the hell their masters are or what they want to get done. It ain't about the people anymore, and we're so divided that you know it's probably gonna stay like that for a while. And you know what? In Great Britain, it's like I gotta say, as much as I hate these global homo motherfuckers, like the genius of how they managed to divide and conquer is you gotta respect it, bro. You gotta respect that shit, right? Because it's like I've seen like David Icke or Andrew Tate say things like, "Oh, you guys are just playing into the hands of the government by getting violent and rioting, right?" But like, you can't do nothing either, right? If you do nothing, the agenda moves forward. If you riot and get violent, the agenda moves forward. So it's like, what do you do? Well, obviously, you need a level of unity and calmness and thoughtful action that would really implement change. But like I said, look at the division that they've managed to create in these countries, right? So you got to think about it. On the other half of the equation, opposite to the white people who want to preserve their culture and their homeland, you have all these millions of immigrants of a drastically different culture and belief system. Which side do you think they're going to take, right? They're going to take the side of the government because the government is favoring them. Two-tier policing, right? We're focusing we're going to lock them up and protect you, and we're not going to punish you as harshly for these rapes and whatever that you happen to commit, but we're going to put our foot up their ass if they dare, you know, try to, like, you see these things happening, and like that's the genius of it, right? You import an entire population of people that's going to naturally side with the government that's allowing these people to come in the first place, showing them favoritism, bending over backwards for them. And what you have is very effective division to where you're never going to have the amount of unity necessary to change things. So you can't fight back, you can't do nothing, and you'll never unite. So you're fucked. It's genius. It's absolutely genius. But that's why I say, man, we gotta enjoy what time we have left before shit really hits 1984 levels, you know. You ever see the one hentai with the mom and daughter with the huge lactating titties? I think I have. I believe I have. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm like 70% sure I know what you're talking about. My favorite is my favorite hentai videos definitely between Tamane Nasagi, Kangoku Senkan, and Dark Knight Ingrid though. Those are my three favorite for sure. Like to me, that was the peak of hentai. And it's funny because I thought that from there the sky was the limit. I was like, oh, we're in a whole new era. But I feel like hentai video is really just falling off since then. But yeah, those are my favorite, right? Those Lilith works. Woo boy, those were fantastic. But now I'm more so into hentai games than the anime. Lactating titties. Mm-mm-mm. No, you posted porn gifs on Iris's Discord. That's fucked up. Yep, the Discord is gonna be up very soon. Redo, welcome to the stream. We're just talking about porn, chopping it up, right? As we tend to do. I'm finna coom. Damn, she's a cutie. Bruh, like, that's my favorite job of all time. Oh, man. Maybe you can find it. Just look up Gazelle, Gisele, Jav porn, right? And you can probably find like a low quality stream somewhere, but I haven't been able to find like an HD version like the longest time. But that was one of my favorites, bro, because like she just super cute and she got a fat. And you know what? She reminded me so much of the fat ass cashier girl that I had a crush on like years ago. She reminded me of her because she had a similar, like, very cute face. Now her butt isn't nearly. I mean, that cashier girl had a huge ass, so I don't want to give you guys the wrong idea here. Like her butt ain't on the same level, but she do got a fat ass. That cashier girl had so much ass. It's just ridiculous, bro. Like I just wonder how many guys tried to holler at her, bro. Like it had to be like countless, like just countless men. I feel like playing Near Automata tonight, but I'm deep in Vesperia. I I beat the first part of that game. It's on the gaming channel, but you know how the game repeats and then you're playing it from a different perspective. I stopped there. But right now I'm pretty much playing I'm replaying Resident Evil 1 again after I finish my Silent Hill playthrough because I'm gonna do a comparison video where I compare Silent Hill 1 and Resident Evil 1. After that, I'm gonna hop back into either Silent Hill 2 or I might play Silent Hill 1 again, but on hard mode. But we'll see. We'll see which way I go. But yeah, I'm on some Silent Hill shit right now. That's what I've mainly been playing. Damn. The Coco lockdown was the start of the end. I could sense a significant change during that time. It was. It was definitely. We saw some very important things during that period, right? And it was another period of significant division. And not only that, it was a period of showcasing how people choose safety over liberty and freedom, right? All of a sudden people were like, you should be forcefully injected with an experimental. I shouldn't even talk about it. I forgot we on YouTube. I can't go too hard on that. But you know what it is. People were basically like fuck body autonomy, force them to take the vaccine regardless of if there are side effects or not. Right? Just ridiculous, Who cares if they take their jobs away? Fuck them. Right? We saw a level of division amongst not just division, but people willingly giving up their freedom and their liberty, for safety. And that's what's gonna get us. That's what's gonna get us, That's why I say, man, like I'm the black and the white pill, cause this is some dark shit. But the white side is let's enjoy the peace while it lasts. Let's enjoy the peace while it lasts. I don't feel as bad about it because I don't have kids who are gonna have to live through the worst of it. We're in the transition period. But the coming generations, like, it's going to get worse for them for sure. That's part of the reason why I'm not as bothered by it because I don't have any children. So they don't have to, right? Because they would be the ones living through, like, the finish Oh, like the final form of global homo. It's gonna be crazy. I got P4G too, but starting fresh, but that's low priority, and I still need to pick up P5. It sounds like you're playing too many games, and Ganter. I want to play Near, but I'm playing Vesperia, and I got P4G. It's like you're doing a little bit too much, man. Might need to slow down. I kind of been like I've had to exercise a lot of self control because after getting this new computer, it's giving me access to a lot of shit that I can do, man. A lot of games, you know. I mean, the PS2 emulator by itself, that library is crazy, right? Survival horror games, fighting games, JRPGs, you name it, man. And I've had to be very controlled with what I'm playing and how much I'm playing. And I've done pretty good so far. Every now and then I'll, load up some Morrowind, some shit like that, right? I'll be a little decadent, but, I've been 2 hours and 40 minutes. Shit. I could have sworn it's probably like 2 hours and 15 or some shit like that. But yeah, I've been practicing self control. David Icke and Andrew Tate are agents. Possible. You got to question everything, right? Owner of a stolen gun. Let me ask you though, who isn't an agent? Who can I trust? Tell me who I can trust. Because I do like David Icke, but even he tells you like don't pick sides. He tells you don't. In a way, he kind of tells you like don't just blindly trust anybody, right? But then it makes you wonder, who can you trust? Is it just trust no one? Only trust yourself? Right? So who would you say is not an agent? Who can I trust? Right? As someone who's always trying to get accurate information, I want to be plugged into the alternative media. I want to know all the conspiracies, all the truths, all the dark truths, all the secret societies. Who should I go to? Who do you recommend? Who's your guy? Let me know. Of course, they're saying don't resort to violence. And you know what? I gotta say, like, that's what I've kind of been thinking too, bruh. Because I've noticed, you look at Alex Jones, you look at David Icke, you look at, like, now, it's like they identify the problem, but they never present an actionable solution, a realistic solution. That's the thing. Like, Alex Jones, what is he doing? He's dick riding Donald Trump. David Icke, no violence. Don't do it. Just, we gotta just don't acquiesce to the evil. But even what he's saying, right, you're still not gonna get change unless enough people resist simultaneously, right? Like me as an individual, right? Like, let's just say, for instance, we had a military draft, right? And then you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to go to the draft. Well, you get locked up, you get shot, whatever they do to you, right? Now, if you get enough people to resist the draft, then there is not going to be a draft. But if you don't get enough people, then you just have individuals resisting getting locked up. Kind of like what you have in the Ukraine, right? Where anybody that resists, they get rounded up, locked up, put on the front lines, whatever the case may be. And so it's like, as much as I like some of these guys, and I'm not saying it like violence is look, I'm not I'm not saying it like go out there and get violent, but I'm just like, what's the solution then, right? You're saying don't do this, don't do that. Well, what do you do? Like, what do you? But that's why I think we're fucked. That's why I think we're fucked. Because at the end of the day, it's an issue of unity. If you don't have enough unity, nothing works. Violence wouldn't work. Protest wouldn't work. Obviously doing nothing. If without the unity of enough people, nothing would work anyway. And I think that's what's lacking more than anything else. Is unity, right? JGFYJJKFDF. Welcome to the stream. I've been trying to get Chad to try the Tales of games for years. I mean, I got so much on my plate, man. I got so much on my plate. He enjoyed the Neptunia games. I did not enjoy that. Silent Hill is GOAT, but never played much of the RE games. Damn, that's weird. Did you get the jab, Marco? Fuck no. I'm not retarded. It's safe and effective, but just in case something happens, you can't sue us. I mean, dude, to me, I just feel like it was an idiot test. That's how I look at it. It was like it was man. It's safe, but just in case if something happened, you can't like that right there told me everything. Like that was it for me. If something happens, it's not gonna happen, but you won't be able to sue us. Bruh. Bruh. And then it was just like they were just desperately trying to get people to take it. Like it was just ridiculous, bruh. It was ridiculous, man. Like, nah. Like they were being goofy with this shit. Let me see if I can find this real quick. What's the guy's name? Oh God. Oh God. Oh boy. All right. Let's play it. Let's play it. Like this is what I'm talking about, right? So you try to get people to take the vaccine. Okay. Oh boy, that was a close one. That was a close one right there. And this is what you do? This right here should tell you dude, everything, bruh. Oh my God. Oh, like disgusting. Like it's just that is just such deplorable behavior. That is just deplorable behavior from all parties involved. Steven, the dancers, whoever made the suit, whoever wrote the shit. Deplorable. Terrible, man. Like and you're seeing shit like that every day, bro. They had the like they had the what like the Hot Boys do like a remix of the like one of their songs or they had rappers doing remixes of their songs to like try to get people to take it. They were giving out jelly beans and donuts and lollipops. It was just too much ridiculousness, bro. Just too much. I was like, nah, something ain't right here. Vesperia is 150 plus hours for plat, and I'm only 30 hours in so far. Well, you got a ways to go, man. You got a ways to go. But just take your time, enjoy it. Don't rush through the game. The main thing is when you're gaming, just try to do like one or two at a time, right? Just don't swamp yourself with too many games. That's the main thing. Don't trust anyone. Austin 316. Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, maybe that's the rule to live by. Just don't trust anybody. Search of H2 coding variants in different populations and their potential impact on SARS-CoV-2 binding affinity. Very interesting results. What? What is that? That sounds like some science. That sounds like some science that I shouldn't be trusting. Look up how Fauci and the manufacturers of AZT murdered tens of thousands of AIDS patients in the 80s. First, the drug treatments were safe and effective. Then it's revealed the drugs stopped cell production. They stopped life. What? Shit. Whoa. You guys are dropping some demonic pills in here tonight. What the hell? These ain't black pills. These are demonic. These are Oni pills. Okay, I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna copy what this shit y'all talking about. I'll look this up later. I ain't got time right now though, because we about to end the stream. But let me copy it and paste it in a text document, because that's crazy. All right, so we got Fauci, and then let me see the ACE2 coding variants. Okay, y'all dropping some demonic ass pills tonight, bruh. I'm gonna save these. You know, we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful how we talk about COVID on YouTube. You know what's crazy? The woman who was CEO of YouTube during a lot of the censorship, you know, the YouTube censorship regarding misinformation about COVID-19, the sickness as well as the vaccine. The woman who was CEO of YouTube during that time, she just died. Oh boy, that was close. Okay, now obviously some people are speculating about what may have caused her death, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me see here. Larry Page. Yeah, I don't see like okay, so my beloved wife of 26 years and mother to our 5 children left us today after 2 years of living with non-small cell lung cancer. All right. Now, of course, conspiracy theories are going to just assume that she died from, you know. But the fact is, we don't know. It's like people die of cancer all the time. So can't say that it was the you know what necessarily, but can't rule it out either. So yeah. How often do you travel out of state, Marco? Never. Now, a few times. I went to Pennsylvania when I was younger. Pennsylvania, Virginia, but no, I've been here most of my life. Been here most of my life. Maybe one day I'll get the fuck out. They basically manufactured a drug that had no commercial use and was killing people. And rather than take the loss, the pharmaceutical company sold the drug as an HIV and cancer treatment. Shit. Man, I swear, we live in an evil ass world, bro. We live in. This is a. Man. It's amazing just some of the shit that people get away with at the top, you know?
Thank you for rescuing me.
Thank you so much.
Don't come! Don't come!
Yeah, I still had FL Studio up, and I just wanted to hear that real quick. Just scroll to the picture they use on the provided study. I passed by NC once. It's basically the countryside. It's totally different from a city with buildings everywhere. Well, it depends on where you go. You know, Raleigh is where it's at. That's the capital. It's the big city. But where I'm at, it's pretty boring. She turned YouTube into a dictatorship regarding speech, and she was in the tribe. Yeah, I know. I was there because I was affected by her bullshit. I got a strike or something. I forgot exactly what, but I got punished for one of the videos that I made regarding, you know, the COVID-19 situation, the vaccine and whatnot. And, you know, YouTube let me know very quickly, we're not going to stand for that shit. I'm on a 1-day comment restriction right now. Yeah, they help fuck YouTube up, basically. They help fuck YouTube up. It was a tragedy. Well, guys, we had a great stream. Oh shit. We had a great stream. Been here for 2 hours and 55 minutes. Had a great conversation, some great talking. I'm about to get the fuck out of here. Make sure you guys check out my other social media. Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to the Patreon. Support the campaign. Support the movement. Make sure you spread the word. Tell everybody about Chad Marco. Shield my music. Shield my videos. And take good care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Stay motivated. Stay positive. Stay as handsome as I am. Oh man, I will see you guys later. So